Guys. Today I want to talk about the one thought loop that holds back high stress, high achievers. Here it is. Step 1. They get triggered to think that they are in some way not good enough. These could be thoughts like, I don't know what I'm doing. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have said that. I'm going to screw this up. No one is going to like my idea, etc., etc. Step 2, that thought puts them into a stress response. They might fight, by which I mean get defensive, argue for why they're right, refuse to see the other side. They might go into flight, by which I mean they procrastinate, they avoid, they want to quit their job and run away. They might go into freeze, where they do nothing, they feel paralyzed, stuck, confused. They say, I don't know. They might fawn, which is where you do everything that someone is telling you to do, exactly how they say to do it. Or they might get frantic, where they just do everything they can think of as fast as possible. Step 3, that stress response blocks their problem-solving power and prevents them from effectively solving the problem in front of them. When you are fighting, fleeing, freezing, fawning, or being frantic, you are not able to take in what's going on with calm, cool-headed curiosity. You don't have the mental bandwidth to be firm in what you believe while also being open to new ideas. You don't have the internal safety and playfulness that's necessary for creative problem solving. And you can't get into flow and do your best work. This leads to step 4. Their inability to effectively solve the problem in front of them confirms their belief that they are not good enough. They'll say things like, I knew I didn't know what I was doing. Here's one more piece of proof. Or I knew I was going to screw that up. Here's more damning evidence. And then step 5, this is the most insidious part. Even when things go well, they underplay it or consider it a fluke, instead of internalizing their accomplishments and updating their beliefs about themselves. Now, this is not false modesty or insanity. This happens because our brains are confirmation bias machines. And a brain that believes I'm not good enough will proactively find evidence for that belief and suppress or discount evidence against that belief all day long. Now, your deliberate brain, which provides about 2% of your thinking, can weigh conflicting evidence and change its mind about things. But using your deliberate brain is hard. Think about how it feels to do a tough math problem or learn how a complex financial instrument works. That is what it feels like to use your deliberate brain. Your automatic brain, which provides about 98% of your thinking, is just sending you a constant, unending stream of interpretations, impressions, and judgments that seem to just pop up out of nowhere and seem obvious and true. And your automatic brain just confirms its existing beliefs all day long. And that is why you cannot achieve your way into feeling good about yourself. So I want you to stop chasing the next accomplishment, milestone, goal, or task to prove that you are good enough. When you do everything while wearing your I'm not good enough sunglasses, that is all that you'll see everywhere you look no matter how many things you achieve. If the last 10 accomplishments did not magically rewire your brain and change your lifelong thought habits, this next one won't do it either. If you want to feel good about yourself, if you want the thing that you thought all the achievements were going to give you, and if you want to do even better work than you are already doing, and work from flow and self-assurance instead of urgency and stress, you need to rewire your brain and change your thought habits. You have to get your automatic brain to start confirming a different belief. You have to start appreciating how good you are right now. Now, your brain may have made a false connection that your stress responses are helping you do great work. In reality, you are doing great work in spite of those stress responses. Let me prove it to you. Think of the last time that you really got into flow. You were firing on all cylinders, getting things done, coming up with brilliant solutions, and having fun doing it. Were you in a stress response? Were you questioning and doubting and criticizing yourself? Or were you trusting yourself, feeling like you've got this, and totally absorbed in the problem with no thoughts of anything else? That is the state of mind I want to help you spend more time in. I want you to get into the opposite loop of the one that I described. One where you are solid in your belief that you are good enough and that you've got this, which then puts you into your best, calmest, most creative problem-solving mode, which unlocks your problem-solving power and lets you effectively solve whatever is in front of you, which then confirms your belief that you are good enough and that you've got this. And even when things don't go your way, you treat that as a mere tactical problem to be solved, not as an encroachment on your sense of self and a condemnation of your abilities. This is the work we do in my course and coaching program. I don't care if you have spent decades in the old thought loop. I did too, and so did my clients. You can change this habit. It is no different than changing any other habit. We're going to break it down step by step, situation by situation, and thought by thought. You will learn exactly how to walk yourself out of the unhelpful thought loop and into the helpful one. And then you will do it again and again and again until it becomes second nature. If you want to get started next year, then I want you to go to the link above and join the waitlist. My program is called From Imposter to I Got This, the high stress, high achievers step-by-step guide to eliminate work stress and imposter syndrome, get clear and get moving on their next career step, and create a life they love living.